What's going on, y'all? I want to talk about the realities of obesity. And this is something that really irks me. I don't know how much I've actually talked about it on this channel, but like there is a subset of this population in the United States and on Earth that thinks that you could be healthy at any size. And I'm talking about this as I'm pulling up to the gym, okay? And what bothers me about it is that it's just void of reality. What it shows me is that some people, in order to continue their addictions, in order to continue their degeneracy, they will ignore reality at all costs and even try to create their own realities and try to make other people subservient to those realities in order to keep the delusion going. And the reason this is important to me is because I'm raising a daughter in this world where I have to explain to her that there are subsets of people who think like this, who don't give a shit about reality because they are so happy in their degeneracy. I have to tell her these things because if I don't, she could fall prey to those same degeneracies. And you know, when I see, I think there's a misconception that and this is kind of how this fat acceptance shit got off, like it got passed. When people started talking about like fat acceptance, it came from this place of like, oh, fat people are being bullied, and that's the reason we need to start accepting fat people. Now, is that true that people were getting bullied for being fat? Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's true. But here's the thing, though. What people fail to understand is that when people say like, oh, I don't like fat people, I don't like to look at fat people, there's a reality there that a lot of y'all don't want to face. And I'm going to go ahead and say it because I know a lot of y'all won't. But again, I don't give a fuck. The reason that people say shit like that, I don't want to look at fat people, for some people, it's just they're being assholes. But for a lot of people, there's a biological imperative there that some of y'all don't want to have to be dealing with. And that reality is, when you see someone who's overweight, extremely overweight, it signals something to you biologically that person doesn't care about their own life. And if that person doesn't care about their own life, why do you have a reason to believe they'll care about yours? Now, you might think to yourself, oh, that's harsh. You're saying we can't have fat friends? No, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying if you see someone continue a set of behaviors that indicates they don't care about life itself, why would you assume they care about you? Okay? I'm not talking about people who are overweight and they're trying to get their lives together and they show up at the gym and they're eating healthy and every now and again they slip and they're still trying to work on their addictions and they've admitted where they are. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about people who are happy and fat. People who are talking about, oh, it's fine. I'm healthy. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. You're not, and you know you're not. When you start to lie to if you're gonna lie to yourself, why would I think you tell me the truth? That's the part people don't want to deal with. It's not like, oh, I just don't like fat people. No, I don't like people who lie to themselves. That's what I don't like. The same thing with drug addicts. If you was a drug addict, but I knew you was getting on your shit and you was trying to turn your life around and you was having some hard times, I don't have a problem with you because you've acknowledged what the reality is. It's the people who act like the truth is whatever they fucking made in their head. That's the people I don't fucking like. And that has nothing to do with being fat. It has something to do with you telling the truth, your honesty. So that's the problem. It's people who have lied to themselves so much that they've said, you know what? Fuck health. Fuck health so much that I'm going to redefine health as whatever the fuck I want it to be today. That's how you get shit like healthy at any size. You actually have people in this fucking world saying shit like, well, listen, just because I'm 400 pounds doesn't mean I'm not healthy. Really? It's an indicator. I can tell you that. Some people have just gotten to this point. And again, a lot of shit a lot of shit adds and it contributes to this. But one of the main reasons that we're here is that so many people growing up have been coddled. We have been lied to, told that our feelings trump all. And when your feelings trump all, your feelings start to replace reality. They start to circumvent truth. And unfortunately for a lot of y'all, you're getting into the real world and start to realize, even if you get all the people to conform to the truth that you think is in your head, reality itself is a bitch. It does not care. It doesn't care. See, heart disease doesn't give a fuck if you change society to make fat people feel better. It doesn't give a fuck. It doesn't care. That's why you have fat influencers dying while telling you it's fine. We're healthy. We're healthy in any size. We need accommodations on planes to make the seats larger because we're just larger people. While they're dying. So when you ask me, why you go to the gym? Like, what, do you really need to lift weights? Yeah, I do. You know why? Because it is proven that the more muscle mass you can continue to hold on to, the more consistent you can be in the gym and you can continue your cardiovascular health, the more good foods you eat, the longer you will live and the better quality of life you will have. I don't care what you say. There is no amount of shame you could bring to me to make me change that opinion, because I know it's rooted in reality. You can call me all types of names. Mean, shameful, body shamer. Isn't it interesting that the people who started the movements talking about we don't want shame are the first people to resort to shame when you don't act in accordance with their doctrine? Ain't that some shit? Now who's shaming? See, I don't care if you live the life you want to live and you just gonna tell me I know what I am. Okay, do you, boo-boo? Fine. But ain't no way you about to make me go along with your horse shit. I'm not doing it. I will not lie to myself for you. And that's why the thing that we have such a clash today, because like there was a time, and some of y'all might not even remember this, but like there was a time where being fat was not fashionable. Like there was a time where it was just like super skinny was in, right? And then the pendulum swings. And unfortunately in America, when pendulum swing, the shit just goes all the way to the other side. So like we went from fucking ultra skinny runway Victoria's Secret model bullshit to plus size fucking models saying, yeah, we're 400 pounds and we're good. All of y'all was unhealthy. The reality is all of y'all was unhealthy the whole time. Everyone was fucking lying to each other. All y'all was unhealthy. You was unhealthy when you was dieting down and throwing up in the back and eating fucking 2 Rice Krispie treats and throwing that shit up. You were unhealthy then, and you're unhealthy when you down in Big Macs and pizzas, and you never lift a fucking weight, and you ain't seen the track in 2 years. All of it is garbage. It's all garbage. Strive for health. There is never going to be, if you want to really live a life of longevity, you got to ignore what fucking society thinks, because society will have you doing some stupid shit. But in the 80s, you would have been fucking razor thin skinny. In the 90s, you would have been razor thin skinny. In fucking 2013, 2014, your ass would have been a plus size model. You would have been yo-yoing like a motherfucker. And this is why people think diets are weird, because they think conventional wisdom should have our back when it doesn't. It's about fads and trends and bullshit. It's not about health. It's not about health. It's never been about health. It's about getting your money. It's always been about. That's why so many people went from ultra skinny to fucking obese. We did this to ourselves. But understand this. I don't got a problem with you if you are trying to better yourself. Just don't lie. Don't lie about where you at. Don't lie about where you at. There is never going to be a time where I can be a good friend to you and tell you, well, yeah, you healthy and you $150. No, what, 350? $3 bills, 50, and you fucking 5'3", like, no, you're not healthy. You're not healthy. You're fat. You're morbidly obese. And that term is not fat phobic. I'm not scared of you. I'm scared for you, which is why I'm trying to tell you the truth. So if you're somebody who, thankfully, from what I've seen, we're starting to come out of the delusions of the fat acceptance movement. But if you ever wondering, like, I wonder what John thinks about that. That's what I think. And if you're ever trying to, like, separate the bullshit from the truth, look at the results. People who say they are healthy at any size, look at how they're living. Look at what they're demanding. They're demanding that the world conform to them so they can be more comfortable. How many people you know are happy, living a happy life while also telling everybody else they need to do more for them? That in my opinion, that's not a happy life. That's a sad, fucking miserable life. I'd rather go out, be healthy as I fucking can, and be able to conquer any obstacle no matter where I am, because I put my health in my own hands. I didn't depend on other people to fucking shape the world to my body. My body could take on anything because I made it so. Anyway, I'm going to go in here and get this workout in. Do something good for your body today. All right? I'll talk to you later.